This is 6.7 part 2. What we did on the previous movie is we went through and identified the shapes of the higher order polynomials and what the leading coefficient test is in the boxes. What I do want you to write down is go ahead and write this function in the blue. F of x equals negative 2x cubed plus 5x squared minus x plus 1. Go ahead and write that down. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and find out what is the end behavior of this polynomial. So the first thing we need to do is identify, is the degree even or odd? So we look and make sure that our polynomial is in standard form, which it is. It has an x cubed, it has an x squared, it has an x and a constant. So we're looking only at the first term. And our degree is 3. So that tells me I have an odd number. Then I look at the leading coefficient. The leading coefficient is negative 2. So I have a negative leading coefficient. So you don't need to write this box down again. You already have it in your notes. See if you can find out what is the end behavior. All right, it has to be one of the top two boxes because my degree is odd. Now I look at the two leading coefficients. The leading coefficient is a negative. So that means it's going to be this box right here. It's going to rise on the left and fall on the right. So that's what you'd write down for the end behavior. And behavior is spelled wrong. All right, we're going to practice another one of those. Please write down the blue function, f of x equals x to the fourth minus 5x squared plus 4. We first want to make sure, before we do the leading coefficient test, that it is in standard form, which it is. So now we identify the two pieces in the leading coefficient test. Let's first look at the degree. The degree is a fourth degree polynomial. It's 4. So since my degree is 4, that means it's even. Let's take it back to that last problem. And looking at the leading coefficient. The leading coefficient is a positive 1. So since it's a positive, let's go down and find the end behavior. So again, don't write this box down. It's already in your notes. See if you can find out what would be the end behavior. I have an even function and the leading coefficient is positive. Right here. So I'm going to rise on the left and rise on the right. So that means I'm going to have a shape of a W, since that was a quartic. But you just have to identify what the end behavior is. Here are some practice problems on section 6-7, page 457, 2 through 9, 15 through 22. This is going to assist us in section 6-5, day 2, where we're going to actually go out and graph these higher order polynomials. We're going to graph the snakes, the W's, the M's, the parabolas again. And we're going to identify some important pieces to our graph.